Hello, lords and ladies. Private Yorker here, back from the front. It's crazy out there. It's going to get crazy in here too. Because we're back with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Now, we've lost some gameplay. Let me explain. Sometimes, very rarely now, since I've taken down some graphics setting, for some reason, this game overheats my computer. And that's what happened. It overheated the computer. What I'd done, just to let you know, I'd taken on a couple of armies on the main map, and I'd come down here to the Reliable Redoubt to rescue Regil. I found out that him and his Hellknights were also with some Sunrise Sword people. Clerics. Clerical warriors, things like that. Not Hellknights. They were injured. The leader of them said, we need to get these in, Regil guarders, and Regil said, bugger that, I'm going to kill you all. Well, kill the injured ones. Was it just a necessary bad choice, a necessary choice in a bad situation? Or was it evil? I'll leave that to you. Anyway, we beat down on the gargoyle coming down here, and then we got here. And now we're going to go into this cave over here, which is where they ran off to.
Watch out for trouble.
But yeah, because I was recording, that recording's gone kaput because it got interrupted halfway through with a computer crash. Sorry about that.
Knight Commander, I presume. Your glory precedes you. I am Regil de Renge, Herelictor of the Order of the God Claw, and temporary officer of the joint unit of Hellknights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
I'm not going to judge anything by the fact that your last name is so close to the word deranged.
A Paralictor indeed. Impressive.
Are you in command of this unit? Oh, no? Then step aside and let me discuss the matter with the commander.
Are you in charge of my unit? If not, stop issuing orders to them. Need to get rid of the gargoyles and we'll talk.
Agreed. Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
They choose to stand against me?
Right, first things first, and first thing... get some haste on this. Now. Darren? Why don't you get that up there? Okay, get away.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
We leveled up as well. I'm now using magma, which means I can only kind of hit once every couple of turns.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The Inheritor, guide my
Well done.
blade.
Red.
Try this way.
Well done. Whole bunch of new ones coming in. Including the cleric. Yes, yeah, get down here. 14 damage, it's something. Darren? I want you down here, Darren.
Out of my sight!
Okay, I want... actually... You're gonna hit that.
So it comes to this.
Cool. Man, I want you to come down here.
You won't survive me.
Catastrophe as well.
Into the fray.
Well, it's done.
This will hurt.
I don't like leaving the clerics up because they can do negative energy channeling, which hits everyone.
Away, you rascal.
I will see to your demise.
Yeah, okay, come on down.
You've made your choice.
Man,
Endure this.
The light. Take you.
oh, we've got a whole bunch coming up at the top.
The inheritor. Guide my blade. A calculated risk.
Another coming in. That cleric could be a problem. Two on him. You sure?
Your time is over.
There is one.
Precision and grace.
Okay, hit him.
No fear.
Missed.
Make every strike count.
Catastrophe. Couldn't kill the guy who came for us. Oh, we got a bunch more coming in. Another cleric.
Glory without risk.
Take that cleric down.
Do it.
The end.
Another down. You sure? Get on the
You
hunter, I guess.
offend me.
Goes to surrender.
We're doing okay on health so far.
I'll make short work of this.
Okay,
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Oh, I lost a level. Van.
You've crossed the wrong line.
Into the fray.
Another down.
Let's try this way.
And there's a cleric up there. Two of them. Can't do anything. You should get up there. And then do this.
Stand down.
Go.
There, and
Out of my sight.
right sword archer.
So it comes to this.
You're done. Run.
You won't survive me.
Catastrophe up onto the cleric. Healer. Up onto the cleric.
Guide my blade.
Ignite and red.
This
Onto
will
the cleric.
hurt.
Surrender.
We're still okay on health. Still okay on health.
Away, you rascal.
Put it down.
I will see to your demise.
You okay?
You made your choice.
Van. Go on in again.
Endure this.
Oh, that was the way. Have to be on the cleric. Actually, there's only two of them left now, so that's okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Go over here.
Well, this didn't go well.
Well, I made it across. It's still alive. Praise be to God. Okay.
There are many roads to success.
Skeleton man wearing armor from the time of the First Crusade. It's holding the skeleton of a child. Oh dear. Now then. Who doesn't have... You don't. Who don't? Who doesn't have a ring of protection? I don't. That one gives +1. Oh, but it gives to other stuff as well. Oh, never mind then. You don't have one. You can have one because you're a frontliner. Although you are on an animal, so...
I will guide.
Right, you. Rachel gracefully throws his weapon and places his hands behind his back. You two, check the area, mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attack. Quartermaster, inventory the remnants of the camp. Want to make sure the gargoyles only abducted people that weren't interested in anything else. Send messages immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp. And I need a full list of casualties. The sooner the better. At least you're organised. He turns to you and nods slightly. Commander, your arrival is well timed. Now we can finally talk. I am quite interested in the events that happened at the Grey Garrison. I suppose you have questions for me as well. What do you want to know? Any shift in the balance of power during the war has a direct impact on my mission. If a new player appears who is capable of fighting demons effectively, then I am ready to support that person, with all the resources I have at my disposal. Rapidly dwindling when you kill them all, aren't they? Regiel speaks pensively as if talking to himself. But naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger, even one marked by the gods. Oh well. Every right to doubt, I suppose. I usually don't trust strangers myself, including you. Though we understand each other, thank you, Commander. Regiel nods, more to himself than to you. Is there anything you'd like to know before we move on to serious issues? What are the Hellknights doing on the borders of Worldwound? Same as you and your army, fighting a war against the demons. The Hellknights have always been a part of the Crusades from the very beginning. We don't dance as Queen Galfrey, and we act out on our own authority. We serve the common cause. The Scari's spawn have no place in the world we want to build. Regiel backs out the final words. Funny, isn't it? Knights clad in black armour have been fighting this war from the off, but most people don't even know it. The face of the Crusades is a Mendevian paladin with a sword of Iomedae gleaming on their gilded armour. In that respect, my cousin Galfrey has a real flair for propaganda. She has got a flair for propaganda because people still support her and she's lost 4 bloody crusades. For the Hellknights, Worldwound is just one of several targets. They expend much greater efforts on book burning and suppressing slave uprisings. Yes, their order sent reinforcements here, but Mendev has always borne the brunt of this war. What does Paralicta mean? I am the commander of this unit, and in the Order's hierarchy, I am 2 steps lower than its leader. In the territory of Mendev and the Worldwound, there are few who equal my rank. I am the most senior Hell Knight officer for many leagues around. What are you going to do now after the gargoyle attack? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small part of my forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the result of our conversation, Commander. Regiel narrows his eyes. Before we move on to serious subjects, I'd like to address an organisational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Jacob steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to his chest. Paralicta, permission to report. During the first gargoyle attack, I determined it necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. Regiel nods. The reinforcements were much needed. You will earn double your salary for your resourcefulness, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. The young knight grows a little pale, but immediately salutes again. Yes, Paralicta. Oh, don't forget he abandoned his armour. You might be right. Regiel doesn't take his eyes off the young knight, searching for a sign of weakness. And another 10 lashes for improper treatment of order property. You are psycho. Yes, Paralicta. This time Jacob doesn't grow pale, but only salutes and clenches his teeth. The Paralicta, the epitome of ruthlessness. The young knight singly devoted to his ideals. So far, so dull. Or is it? Could it be that our Sir Jacob holds a tundra for his commander? I heard that sort of thing is rampant in the military. What a relief it is to know that such tawdriness could never afflict our valiant crusaders. Aaron smirks. Isn't that right, Yorkie? You're not about to foist yourself on some poor lovesick fool who is unlucky enough to be under your control while knowing his love is doomed to be unrequited. A fool whose love is doomed to be unrequited? You can't be talking about yourself, Darren. Of course not. You may have doomed me to languishing in its army, but fortunately I am not in love with you. Although, Darren pauses and casts a praising eye your way, as though seriously considering the prospect. No, still nothing. I'm not in love with you. These guys made a stone of what they seem creepy, but I kind of like them. Regiel, who has watched you closely throughout the entire conversation, nods himself. Now, for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Order of the Sunrise Sword, correct? Their force in Canabria suffered great losses due to in the demon attack. Now their leader has perished, and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. Their order will hardly be able to recover from what losses they've suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with. But if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. 1 or 2 might even become true Hell Knights. The rest will be put to good use as well. You've already shown that you'll easily sacrifice these people. Use them as living shields for your precious knights. Don't let that happen. Let them join my army. At least I don't treat my soldiers as expendables. And while you're going on about how good your Hellknights are, you might want to consider why you sacrificed them because they couldn't stand up and defend themselves. You would have been wiped out too if I hadn't shown up with my people. Your people did virtually nothing. You forced me into saying something good. Well then, we both have arguments to make. Let's see what the orphans say. Reggio looks at the warriors in white and yellow, shifting carelessly from one foot to another. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword, your leader is dead. The Order has suffered serious losses and you will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusader Order and hope that they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword. Or you may remain under my command. I will not promise that it will be easy, or that our war making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this: under my command, you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. Does that mean we've worked off the precious resources you spent on us? The water, medicine, and bandages, yells one of the knights in white and yellow. I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. The initiates of the Sunrise Sword consult with each other for a time, and then one of them, a young woman in knight's armour, steps forward. Your methods of warfare and your treatment of your allies goes entirely against our ideals, Paralictor. Commander Yorkie has already said to you everything that should be said. We decided to follow the commander in his march on Dresden. As you wish. It's difficult to tell from Nicholas' face whether he's disappointed or not. Well then, Commander, let's proceed to the main question, and then put an end to this exhausting conversation. We shall discuss the cooperation between your forces and my own. We do share a common enemy and a common battlefield. You're looking at me strange, Paralictor, when we discuss Jaeger's punishment, when we were deciding the fate of the Sunrise Sword, as if you're testing me. Reggio lowered his head in a gesture that might be read as respectful. I do not believe I made any attempt to conceal my interest in you, both as a new strong leader in the region and as the bearer of a highly unusual power. Of course, I'd like to know what's inside your head. One could say that it's my duty. My army and I are going to Dresden to free the city from demons. You can join forces with us if you can follow orders. Reggio rubs his chin pensively. Dresden, an ambitious goal. But most reasonable. Imagine how such a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner. And we certainly need a base of operations inside the Whirlwind. I stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hellknights are outside of Mendev's jurisdiction. My unit and I will join forces and obey your orders, but only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. Oh no, we don't need the likes of these black armoured statues. I want to fight side by side with some... Stealer, calm down and shut up. Slightly more organised than demons? Consider that an insult. I've never dealt with Hellknights before, but from what we've seen, they're serious fighters. From what we've seen, they're serious fleers. That's just what we need. And just think how the armour will look in the paintings they'll make of our battles. Right, it's a deal. Join us, Reggio. At least for now. Yes, Commander, my force and Reggio deranged are at your disposal. Right. It's time to leave here.
Focus on the goal.
And press onwards. Let us see if we picked anything up. Nothing there. Nothing there. Inspired wisdom +2. Lan, you can have that. Now, I would rather have you than them. I'm tempted to get rid of them, but I'm not going to. Time to go to Nameless Ruins. Now, we're meant to go there with Nenio. We don't have to go there with her, we just have to have her at the end. World Wound is an abomination, but still. The giving birth to new things, plants, creatures, natural phenomenal life. Unfettered, strange, incomprehensible to us, but utterly unique life. Alien bulb, Galarian and the Abyss. I find the notion fascinating. You would. You're a bit of a nut job, to be honest, Darren, but we like you. I think that might be why we like you. Right, Darren.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Ona Adayana. 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 Aparane Sentes. Unimosi Travisi. 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 Ona Adayana.
Those tend to be the big ones we face.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Ba er Ritzi. 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 Slow wash on. Esme Axel. Yes. Esme Axel. Yes. Ba er Ritzi.
This spell's not working. That's
Slow
mean.
wash on. Nam er orma. Nam er orma.
That's about good enough.
A bright future awaits us.
Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
Time's not waiting.
Meditate on your mistakes.
Unimosi
Might make you
Travisi.
feel better.
Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi.
Keep your wits about you.
Save that. And we're ready to go.
Watch out for trouble.
Thank you for amusing me.
Got a blue circle on the outside of that. Gonna stay up there.
Never stop learning. I sense something. My expertise prevailed.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Didn't need to do that. But we still took them down easy.
That posed little challenge.
The mongrel did it.
That remains a sickening to look upon. Well, the goal's clearly okay, whatever. Whatever they did, they did. Right, now we can head out. We got a blue circle outside a pattern. Oh, we're in the wrong place. It's there.
Watch out for trouble.
They will break against our resolve. At least, try to die with you.
Keep your calm.
We are the light.
Plague
They
bear?
are the darkness.
Two plague bears.
Oh, you poor thing.
My expertise prevailed. My expertise prevailed.
And we got a circle inside a pattern.
There are many roads to success.
And that would seem to be a pattern. Not enough yet, whatever's going on. Right. Full corpses, okay.
Focus on the goal.
Ruins are so ancient it's impossible to tell which civilization was responsible for construction.
Watch out for trouble.
Oh. Where was that? Oh, there it is.
There are many roads to success.
Alright, well, obviously we got to trigger some of those things. Go down there again. Is that the one? Up. Oh. There we are. And that... Oh, hang on, we've got the cloak cleansing. You can have that. Got ring +2. You've got ring +1, you can have a +2. You don't have a ring. We've got vast intelligence, so you can have that. We've got positive channeling, so you can have that. Now, we need to go out and tell Nenio to come here. And then we can go back in. Drop you out. Bring you in. No, not you. Bring you in. Go back inside. And then we go down here with Nenio. I am the answer, but what is the question? An elf woman in frayed robe turns her head to you and stares at you through slits of a simple white mask. Then she holds out a hand and touches the ancient statue. The absence of an answer is an answer too. Hey, wait, where are you going? Spontaneous dematerialization is unscientific. Nenio touches the statue and suddenly freezes. Following her example, you put your hand on the statue, and the world around you ceases to exist. You are a lone grain of sand floating in the emptiness of the unknown. Your past has no beginning and no end. You are tiny and insignificant in comparison with the cosmos that surrounds you. But then something changes. The emptiness takes notice of you. It stares at you, measures and assesses you. And the question comes, as simple and deep as the emptiness itself. Who are you? Never mind, who am I? What about you? The emptiness does not engage. The question was asked and it will be answered. Yeah, I'm not going to answer your questions. You'll answer one way or another today or in a billion years. The emptiness is patient, it can wait. Alright, I'm Yorkie. The name you uttered that seemed so powerful and proud rings through the emptiness. Then the silence comes bleak and oppressive. The emptiness still awaits your answer. I am... You want to say your name? But what is it? Just a set of sounds you use to associate with yourself. You are Yorkie. Who decided this is you? Your parents? Yourself? Someone else? A name is just a label you take voluntarily. What happens if you tear this label off? What hides behind the name Yorkie? Behold the truth. Open yourself to the knowledge. Reveal yourself. Oh, look. Nenio's a Kitsune.
Nenio. You hear me? You voice from nowhere or whatever you are?
Where Nenio used to be, you now see an unfamiliar Kitsune. Curled up tight on the ground.
What's going on here? Nenio, is that you?
You are a Kitsune.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a Kitsune. If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a Kitsune, but at some point I decided to forget that piece of knowledge. Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me. Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment?
So it's not important to you, but you consider it your true identity. Okay. You cast a pensive look at the ancient statue towering over you. How could you forget you're a Kitsune?
This question is irrelevant in the current situation. If you wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken.
No, I just think you're
I
crazy.
have no interest in your causes, your battles, or your secrets, if you have any. All I need from you is your assistance with my experiments. And with this.
Nenio sweeps a hand in a wide circle, gesturing at the statues around you.
I have no words. Can I just stand here silently and look like I'm thinking something smart?
What was that? I found myself in emptiness and a voice asked me questions.
I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane. By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
I can believe that.
And my last doubt is dispelled. It truly is her.
So what do you think about that?
The voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about. I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant, just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me. But how can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue. I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Sounds like a riddle.
It does. It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
How do we solve it?
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles. But don't ask me where we should look for them.
Maybe we can ask one of the geysers?
I don't think they can help us. Looks like all they can do is mumble their mantra about questions and answers.
Why are you so sure that the unknown entity behind this mysterious portal would even want to talk to us?
I'm not sure at all, but we must try. We simply must. Getting there and talking with this entity will be the greatest of my experiments. No exaggeration.
Have you considered a portal that leads to the unknown could be dangerous? I mean, I'm pretty sure you have and you just don't care.
The world wound is dangerous. Walking under a hanging icicle is dangerous. Even
Told ya.
a chunk of badly chewed food can lead to a fatal outcome after all. Living is dangerous. But what is danger compared to knowledge?
Looks like there's nothing more we can do here.
With deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
Alright, so that's that done. Long way from next level. No surprise, really. Right, let's go back. Rest up. Sell the junk we picked up. And go from there. Oh yeah, there's nothing there. And we have this. Leper smile. This canyon cuts through the ground like an open sore. The uneven stones of its cliffs are covered with pits and outcroppings, like the cankered skin of a leper. In the depths of the crevice are dark burrows leading somewhere deep into the earth. That doesn't sound ominous at all, does it? An honor, happy to serve, Commander. Happy to have you serve. Show me what you have. Nobody's using bastard swords. Take that for when we can get it used. Don't need. Remove disease. Remove fear. That's a short-lived condition. Sickness, that's short-lived. Restoration lesser, shield of face. Downburst. Summon monster 1. Okay. Right. We have 45,000 right now. And we're going to go to Commander's tent and we're going to sleep. And you've been a fine companions. And I'll join you next time when we take on the Leopard's Smile. Bye now.